Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the silver game of the Nova War solo cast marathon of sorts. It's not really an official name, I'm just going with it. Alright. Hey Adam. Yes, Adam? Could you do me a favor? Absolutely. And did you mean to say flavor? Yes, I did. I know it confuses people sometimes, but in reality, I totally meant it. Hit me up with your best impersonation of a child enjoying an ice cream cone on a hot summer day. Okay, I can do that. That sounded really sexual. And in my mind, when I said that to myself, I knew it would end up being sexual. But I went ahead with it anyway because I don't stop. I give up. I don't give up. I just keep going. Always forward. Always forward moving. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, up here in the top left position, here on Antigua Shipyard, we are looking at Avi. Avi is a moderator on my live stream. Also a silver Terran player, of course. And it looks like Tinkertonk, or Tinkertonk. Tinkertot. Am I like a pedophile now? Lord, it's going downhill so quickly, I don't know how to stop myself. There's no brakes. Is the pink Protoss over here on the right-hand side. And it looks like right now, just a very standard opening indeed. We have 14, all the things. 12 gateway by the looks of it, maybe even 13. Abby now getting up the barracks and the second supply depot. Fairly early for refinery. Not super early, but fairly early. We'll see what comes out of that. Maybe there is going to be a little bit of aggression. I don't know. I haven't seen Abby play in so long that I honestly don't even know her play style at this point. And of course, I've never seen Tinkertonk play either. And I'm just going to say Tinker because I feel like if I keep saying Tinkertonk, that the second half of the name is going to keep degrading into something awful every time I attempt it. Right now, it looks like we get the Cyber Core going up here, and this is all looking like a serious 4-gate again. But then again, I said that last time. Now this time, I also said last time that all of my overlays were up. As it turns out, no, only the bronze symbol was up, not the overlay. And to be honest with you, I have no idea how that happened. Apparently, they're up now, and the stream is recognizing them as being there. So off we go, and there is Warp Gate research being researched right now. One Bob is out. We have the Stalker on the way as well. Seeing ever so slightly honed mechanics here at the silver level over bronze. Abby getting a couple of Marines out, just chilling on the top corner here of the ramp. And it looks like we've got a tech lab on the way, so that gas was warranted. This is looking awful. This is looking awful aggressive to me, especially with that second gas. And so I think we're going to see another relatively quick engagement. Of course, she could be just thinking to herself, there could be a 4-gate coming. There could indeed be a 4-gate coming. Now, taking this SCV out here, not sure where she's going to take it. By the looks of it, it looks like she's actually going to be scouting. And I'm not sure why she decided to scout so late. She could have forgotten entirely, but by the looks of it, she's going to be going around. Unfortunately, scouting in the wrong direction. Excuse me, and over here we have a probe coming back around. Now, by the looks of it, this is not, again, going to be a 4-gate. This is, again, going to be something similar to what we saw last time, where it's going to be more like a 3-gate expand. We have no gas being mined off of this assimilator as of yet, and there is the Nexus. Interesting choice. Interesting choice indeed. We're going to have a little bit of scouting done by that probe. The probe is taken out, and Abby is free to continue as she pleases. A third barracks now going down for Abby, and quickly getting more and more along the lines of a timing push of sorts by the looks of it. Again, it's always hard to call at lower leagues because things can look like 2 or 3 different methods, and then it just culminates into this big that could be anything. Always makes life a little difficult for a caster at these levels sometimes. Looks like we do have the pylon down out front. Going to be maybe building up a bit of a wall here by the looks of it. Pylon could have been put down a little further to help wall off here a bit outside of the natural expansion. And it looks like the probe is going to go over here. And indeed it will. I think it's just going to be checking to see if there is an expansion up here. He's going to find out that there isn't actually an expansion happening. He's not going to see anything. He might even get caught off guard. Where is this probe going by? I don't know. It'll be close, but I don't know if it will get picked off here by these Marines and Marauder. Over here we just have more supply depots up and the engineering bay down, but no upgrades happening right now for Avi, and no expansion either. So I'm waiting to see what the actual plan is here. Factory is going down here now as well. The energy is being kept kept up on, but I'm not sensing what exactly. Maybe she's going to push out after the stim pack goes down. I'm not sure, but she's got stim, concussive, and now we're seeing +1 go down as well. That could have been a little earlier if she does plan on the push that I think is coming. And here's the beginning of that wall off here for the expansion of Tinker. Tinker is supply blocked right now, interestingly enough, getting that other pylon down as well. No, you don't be Artosis. Don't do it. Don't do it. We've all seen high-level players do it. Just never do it, because it always ends poorly for you, and then we all have to make fun of Artosis every time. And so not only are we making fun of you, but we're also making fun of Artosis, and nobody wants to make fun of Artosis. That guy's a legend. I would have his children. Which is unfortunate because I believe he wants to have Nestie's children. So that would be, I feel, an awkward three-way relationship where neither I or Artosis speak any Korean. It's cultural barriers, man. Makes relationships really, really tough. Even in this global world we live in now. It's global citizenship. Still can't get around it and just love all your Koreans. This vacuum cleaner is going to be witness to the first push here, and Avi is going to get in a huge amount of trouble if she's not careful. Standing on this ramp is a terrible decision, and she does eventually back off. A couple of interestingly placed force fields. There might have been 3 there in total, all in the same place at the same time, and Avi is going to be forced to run home. A couple of reinforcing units here, but not a whole lot. Now going back and macroing up like a baller, for lack of a better word. And at this point in time, Tinker is epically far ahead. So far ahead. I'm waiting to see a Robo Bay go down. We're going to have the Observer go over, and probably once the Observer scouts and sees what exactly is happening in there, we'll make the decision as to what tech path we're going. But I have a feeling we're going to see Colossi eventually. We have a proxy pylon being placed down here in preparation for what looks to be a retaliation from that last push. Some Zealots coming down here, very nice. Zealots going to want to be out front here. And really, even at this point, you want to be careful, even though there's not a whole lot of units here. It looks like we only have about 18 units here on the ramp. You still want to be very careful. If you get concaved on this ramp, even with superior numbers, it can end very poorly for you, especially if you don't send your Zealots out in front. The Observer is going to go down, and I feel like you could probably wait until the Observer sees what's there, and he will. And that Observer is catching right now that there are quite a number. And oh, look at this. I didn't even notice this, but the pylon is down in behind, and it's going to be a bit of a sandwich attack, but not enough units, I don't think, came out of that proxy behind there. And the ramp is going to be a huge deficit here for Tinker, and Tinker is getting picked off fairly substantially. And even though the numbers are way lower for Avi here, she was able to take out quite a number. Tinker, unfortunately, just has way too much, and Avi is going to want to cancel this, wall up, and get as many units as possible here. And really, she's not really set up to counter it either. She could drop or try and get the attention taken off, but I think there's way too many Stalkers. Way too many Stalkers at this point. And we do, of course, have a proxy here as well, albeit, and also here. So, as much as I wanted to get behind Avi on that one and see her defend that, just way too many Stalkers. The ramp did help her a great deal in that attack. And for a moment, I thought Tinker was going to get a little overzealous. But in the end, it looks like Tinker is going to be successful here, and we will see a GG once she sees the rest of these Stalkers come up here. This is a fleet of Stalkers, 16 in total, and GG goes down for Avi. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our silver game under our belts.